Okay, sorry for the finger snapping there, but yeah, my capture software was a bit strange in the head, and I was not sure that it was actually recording any sound through the microphone, but it does appear to do just that. My tongue feels weird right now, actually. But either way, we are going to speak to the horned lady over here.
With the general. Did you find what you were looking for?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good.
And I'm going to make sure that I have sound.
For you. Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
We shall speak again, Zoe Castillo. When the winds have quieted, the clouds have parted, and the grass on the great plain stands straight and tall once more.
Okay, so we are good and ready to progress, and returning to Mercuria yet again. This game is a lot like it's a whole just whole never-ending string of going back and forth. Hi.
Shepard said to take you into town. Just get in that boat and we'll leave immediately.
Off we go then. And if we hadn't gotten Ulvik arrested, by the way, we could see him on the way to our destination at this point, but now that I got him arrested, that's not going to be an option. I'm
now
smart.
I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around.
Why was that F indicator flying around?
You're back, and your head's still on.
Yay.
Did you swim?
Swim? No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaxus.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
Okay. Well, I can find my way there using the Mark 1 map. Also,
I really wish you had wings.
So do I, Crow. Hey, are you okay?
Sure, why wouldn't I be?
I mean, April and...
Of course I'm not okay, okay? But I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
She's not the first friend I've lost, and she won't be the last. You learn to roll with the punches. It's either that or punch back. Real hard.
yeah, I don't imagine a bird punching very hard, but that is kind of actually true. Kevin Yoki? What? He's doing out of Kickstarter?
I fit right in with the locals.
So, how's business? Pretty good. I mean... I must have lent out. I mean...
How's your memory coming along? Do you remember anything about this place now?
I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
True. Winter changes everything, what with the snow and the ice and all.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
Perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain, so what can you expect?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm not bloody engineer. I'm just excited about the ceremony.
Oh, are we back with a microphone? Yes, we are. Festive. Like jars and things. So,
What's going on here? Isn't that... Are they trying to chop down Abnaxus's abode? Great. That's great.
Abnaxus' abode is kind of made of stone.
This is
Just
it?
saying.
Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Okay, well, I think we have us a little bit of a puzzle here, but let's bother the locals a bit, shall we?
Seriously, they'll see I have the power to get things done. Ah, a member of the voting public. I honour Hilarius Esquire at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you. You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honest and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. Shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength, it needs direction, it needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
Yeah, it needs you behind bars and lock and key. And all of the above. But apparently, the walkthrough suggests I should speak to him about absolutely everything, unfortunately.
You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
Male?
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magical. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable she's weak, she's sentimental, she's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honour Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. And our women folk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be. Yes.
It looks like... Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's given responsibility as a human being.
It's Hilarius, right?
Oh no, Hilarius Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Mercurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilarius Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council. He was respected, feared, and admired by all. Of course, that was before he was beguiled by that Dolmari witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family. Away from us. I've sworn to restore our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn, humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without owner Hilaris.
Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young man. And so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honor is a vote for humanity.
That rhetoric is, to my understanding, actually mirrored in Putin's Russia and Xi Jinping's China today. Just thought I'd point that out. Yeah, now I need to shower this. Ugh, that guy. So, do a thing to me, please.
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just trust me.
Why?
Jesus, please, Crow.
Fine, pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
Geronimo! Filthy magic!
Okay, Crow. Well done. Let's see. What does it say here? Right. Now a little bit of subterfuge, and trickery, and well-deserved deceit.
If it wasn't for Honor's goons, I would thump that reactionary misogynist on the head. No court would convict me. It would be justified homicide.
Well, spicy words there.
That goddamn talking bird. Magical aberration. You get your hands on the filthy feathered thing. I'll twist its scrawny little... language. What can I do for you, young madam?
Oh, Honor, you are so very... what's the word? I'm blanking on the word right now, but fuck it, you know what I mean. On we go.
Let's play this. About that talking bird that's bothering me.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
Where?
That wagon.
Go look for that goddamn bird over there.
And now we need the bird to actually be there. Just don't mind the people with axes, please.
Again? Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
That was brilliant! First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square. It was hilarious!
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's the most fun I've had since, I don't know, I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
Yeah, let's not get bummed out. This is a pretty place. Pretty pictures. Pretty building, less pretty visuals. I mean, less pretty... you know what? I'll let's just get in there. Get this done.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here, because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal. Right, so, clues.
Well, Pratchett might have a word for you.
Abnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
Or maybe Abnaxus is just a very special guy.
Those are some portentous looking books. I wish I could read them.
A round book? Okay, I'm vibing with it, but how did you even conceive of this?
That's interesting.
Who's? Oh, God.
I must apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Zoe Castillo.
You're the last person I expected to find here.
I remember him from my last visit to Mercury. Brian, right?
Right. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters of a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remember nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Wait, is that the Annals of Dreaming? Good God, that's a lost treasure. Only 5 were ever made.
Why be secretive? I guess it helped to have a key. I actually didn't know it was supposed to be so difficult to get in.
So there was a key all this time. The door wasn't locked with a spell. I was right. Where did you...
An acquaintance. Pure luck, I guess.
So what are you looking for here? The ambassador disappeared more than 10 years ago, as I'm sure you know.
I'm trying to find out where Abnaxus went after he left Mercuria.
And you believe the answer's in here somewhere. You're probably right. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
And he goes for the book immediately. Okay, let's see. It seems I need to find some notes.
Interesting.
Can I read this?
Looks like a handwritten note.
The answer to that question is a resounding nope. Nice script though. Okay, some kind of shopping list.
This is fascinating.
So, one more note apparently. I would not have thought to climb the stairs on my own, by the way. Walkthroughs are good for you.
Abnaxus was a very well-read man, thing. Abnaxus must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad and eerie. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
That's legit. On that note, you should play Bramble. It is one of the most Swedish games I have ever played in my life. And yeah, those fairy tale creatures, they are not the modern sanitized things. Huh. The bottom right corner of the bed, and it could be tricky to find, I should say so indeed. Oh, I see a little thing here. That is a borderline cruel place to hide a note. What the hell were the 3 games? Oh, anyway, we are done with that now, so have a note, my
What do you
guy.
think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into 2. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south.
Oh, I need to interrupt them here. Jette, by the way. I mean, I not know that they wrote it out differently. But that is how you pronounce giant in well, and in at least Swedish. I'm not sure about Norwegian. They use a different word in Icelandic. Jötun, I think. But for mainland Scandinavia, I do believe Jette is what we all use. Yeah, just saying.
Brown, something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's Also something about two dreamers becoming one? It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map?
Oh, on a slightly funnier note, by the way, Yedra is a weaker form of a very common curse word in Swedish. Not sure if that has any importance to the events here, but it's it's a really weird coincidence if it is indeed a coincidence. On we go.
There it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead. I'm not sure how useful this is to you, but there it is.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages. That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Okay, well, let's give him the rest and call it an
What
episode.
do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Here's another note.
On the matter of the kin and the approaching war of the balance. By Jove, this is the information we've been looking for. I can't believe it was right here all this time. Your help has been invaluable, so I'm in your debt.
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The soul stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Plax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any soul stones, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Abnaxus means old roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently. That's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this soul stone is important.
How do I go about finding it?
The clue's right here in the text. Roper Clax, wizard and puppeteer. I'll start there if I were you.
Yeah. I didn't get a checkpoint save there. So apparently I should do
I'm
this
sure
and...
Abnaxus won't mind me borrowing those. I'll return it to him in person, if I make it to Cloud Peak.
Right, now we go to see Robert Clax, but I want to do that in the next episode if I get a
If they
checkpoint
have
save
what I
here.
need, I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, this is... It's private property, isn't it?
Abnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
You might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I feel awful if anything happened to Abnaxus's abode. It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to him, she says. He's respectful and curious. It couldn't hurt to let him stay.
Well, I will let you know that I am fully aware of Brian's role in the last book. I am a curious sort though, so I will click allow because so few do.
I guess... Okay. I mean, it's not my house.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Miss Castillo. I hope our paths cross again very soon.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
No,
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh,
Did too.
Right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, April used a common calculator. Video games. And with that, this episode is over and done for, and a whole lot longer than I first expected. So, yeah, stay tuned for the continuation. We are not that far from chapter 10, and I think there are a few more chapters after that. So,